All right, so this is the second session with Miss Lily on the targeting the front paws on the touchpad. We'll see if we can get a step or two with the back legs in today. The one thing I wanted to quickly mention, if you are training your dog, try for this specific thing, try to make sure that you are pinpointing what specific behavior that you're looking for from them in regards to this. So an example, she's going to be heeling on the right side. So if I'm going to be having her come from in front of me and I want her to swing her butt out and around this direction, then this is the movement that I want her to be practicing, leading with her left back foot and then sliding with her right. So traditionally speaking, most dogs are going to be doing the opposite. So left heeling, you're going to be, you as the human are going to be taking these steps, and then as the dog, the same thing, but following alongside you. So if they're sitting in front of you and you want them to swing their butts around behind, then practice that movement. So I'm not going to be practicing where they're on this side, since her heel is going to be on the right side. So lure over the touchpad, waiting for 1 and then 2 ideally. Yep, because that's what we left it on last time. And then again. Good. Yep. She's relatively timid with this behavior, so I want to encourage her sometimes. So what you saw, what I did right there, was she was tentatively putting the 1 foot on. I told her, good, that means what you're doing is right, continue. And then she kind of put the toes of her right on, and then I kind of waited a second for her to put a little pressure on, and then I reinforced her. Good job. So I'm going to lure her off. Good girl. Not rewarding, and then luring back on. Yep. Rewarding on the touchpad. You can reward off, because as long as you're using the marker words, but I'm just getting a couple reps in for her this way. Yep, very nice. Good. Do one more. If they reposition, that's okay. You might have to reposition your lure, but again, I don't want her on this side right now. I want to simplify and show as close to the exact same picture as I possibly can for her. So I'm going to lure her back around, closer to my side, a little bit. Doesn't matter too much, but yep, show her that similar picture where I'm at. Okay. So now that she's built a decent amount of fluency with that, I'm going to go ahead and start to target the back feet moving. You want to make sure that you are also keeping an eye on their front paws, that they're still on the touchpad. But for this one, my main overall goal is at least 1 or 2 of the paws on the front on the touchpad, front paws on the touchpad. And then I'm looking for one step, whether that's a left step or a right step, just slight movement. That's it, with the paws basically on the touchpad. Ideally, both paws are touching, front paws are touching the touchpad, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to take the lure, get her nose engaged, turn her head slightly. So she's bending, so she's backing up. She just backed up, so I'm not going to do anything. Just going to lure her back on. Good. I'm taking a slight step so I don't block her right here. And I'm bending over so I can look at her back legs, her back feet. I want to make sure, yep, good girl. So as soon as she took a step, I mark it and reinforce her. And then move again, a little space. She just went backwards, not to the side. So she stepped all the way off, right? That's why you don't want the backwards. So I'm going to lower her back on. Good girl. Give her some feedback. She's doing the right thing. Slight distract. Bending. She's almost in a C right now again, backing up. I'm going to lower her back on. Good. Feedback. Good girl, mamas. She's tasting the treat, but I'm not giving her the treat. She just got distracted by something over there. That's a bird and a lizard. Wow. Talk about timing. Those are both quite literally her biggest distractions ever. Birdie and lizard, go away. Don't want to go over there because I don't want to actually reinforce this. So I'm going to see if I can get her attention again. Good girl, good girl. Good, yep. I'm going to go ahead and reinforce her. So this is why it's really helpful to do this kind of stuff in low distraction environments. Typically the backyard is relatively low distraction, but occasionally apparently it's not. Good girl. Good. I'm going to go ahead and tell her good, reinforce her. Good, nice. I'm going to try again. A little bit of space, bending. So see how she's backing up? I'm going to go ahead and pull that forward a little bit before I'm then trying again. Yep, good. So that was a bit of a tough one because she started to move forward as her leg was kind of taking a step to the side, and I marked it. This is why markers are super important, because as you can see, lots of things are happening exactly the same time. Good. So, but either way, I did it, I said it, so I need to honor that. Otherwise, it devalues the marker and it makes the behavior. Yep, very good. That was 2 steps. That was good. So I want to flood that real quick. Good girl. Flooding basically means, in this context, she was struggling. All of a sudden, she just did 2 steps. Awesome. Heavily reinforce that. Yep, very good. 1 right foot shuffle step back. But yeah, it's a little hard sometimes to get that timing exactly right, but you have to mean what you say. So if you accidentally mark, just reinforce anyways. So again, turning to the side. Okay, good. It was good. So I'm going to shift my weight a little bit. I'm going to try one more time. So again, she's backing up. So it's hard because she's a long dog. So she's backing up as she's shuffling. So we'll see what we can do about that. Yep, very good girl. As much as possible, keep your expectations as clear and consistent. Yep, good girl as you can. Yes, you can reduce them and approximate as needed, especially if the dog is trying, and really just not succeeding at all. But if this, for example, happens, I'm just going to put her, yep, very good. I'm put her back on, then her back feet went, then I reinforced. Very close proximity to each other. Again, space, lure, kind of forward. Yep, very good girl. 1 foot shuffled, nice. I'm looking at the back feet. She's starting to do that bend back. See, she steps away, so lure forward again. Curl. Yep. I marked, thankfully, this time before her foot came off, but still, again, not ideal, not the end of the world, though. She's getting pretty tired. Again, it's hot. I'm going to just see if I can get a couple more little reps in here. Come here, mamas. Come here, mamas. Good girl. Very good, babies. Good. Good. Okay to occasionally reinforce just the front paws on the touchpad, especially if they're struggling a little bit. Yep. Very good girl. Good job. Oopsies. Yep. Very nice. That was a good shuffle step. Yep. Very good girl. You see teeny tiny steps? That's awesome. Yep. Very good girl. Nice. Sound over there. Big distract. Kept your front paws on. That's great. Yep. Very good. Another thing I'll note here as well, just really pay attention to where you're looking and how you're standing. Because if she, for example, her side is well, now it's turned, but it was on my leg. If I'm trying to lure her to have her back feet turning, but I'm blocking her way, that's going to be, she tried to stand all the way on it. That's going to be very difficult for her. So give her a little bit of space initially. Yep, very good. Okay, if the front feet paws are moving a little bit, again, later on, we can clean that up if needed. Yep, very good girl. When in doubt, reduce your expectations and keep your target behavior very, very, very clear and small and very easy as much as, yep, very good, as much as you possibly can. Good girl. She's doing really good. And first, she's actually refocusing really nicely. So I'm going to see if I can get a couple more repetitions right now. Usually once they kind of start checking out a little bit, like you saw like about a minute ago, yep, usually they burn out really quick, and then you want to end the session before they burn out. But she seems like she just re-engaged pretty nicely, which is great. So try to get, yep, more reps. Ooh, that's a big fish piece. Yep, very good, baby. Very good, baby. Yep, very nice. Also, too, to note, so the way I'm holding the treat, it's 2 treats. The way I'm holding the treat is still between my thumb and forefinger, but I have her nose, let's see if I can get a little closer. I have her nose kind of tucked right here, because when her nose is right here, the thumb and the kind of fingers are sort of like bumpers. So it's kind of like a drive shift, whichever direction your hand, the lure is going, is generally how the dog's body is going to follow. So I'm turning this way, she's turning that way. I'm going to turn this way, she's turning that way, right? Yep, very good. Couple more quick reps, baby. Couple more quick ones. Good. Yeah, yep, very good. She grabbed that piece. Very nice. Yep, very good. Yep, very good, babies. Oopsies. Yep, very good. Awesome. Good job, mamas. Nice. She did super well. And the next session, I will probably start off similar as I did this one. So reinforce maybe 2-3 times just her front paws on. Reinforce, depending on how she does, a couple of times just one back foot moving at a time. If she does pretty good, I'm going to increase my expectations to 1 foot, the other foot follows. If she does pretty good with that, then I'm going to increase my expectations again to 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, ideally 4 foot, but we're going to see how she's doing.